Appreciate everybody. Thank you once again for joining us to another show and another prime example on how Gematria continues to be one of the greatest tools ever invented to help predict and show examples of these predetermined sports outcomes and these sports franchises and leagues, and how they continue to use this numerical code and use it against the sleeping sheep all across the world. Now, salute to everybody that took, once again, continues to take advantage of a knowledge that's been hidden from the average person, right in plain sight. And, for everybody that's willing to try and learn something new, separate from anything that's being put on in front of the television, across the media or the mainstream, social outlets that they try to control. So salute to you for being an independent thinker, for being progressive and positive, and for wanting to open up your mind into new ideas and new experiences. Salute all my sports enthusiasts on another wonderful day when it comes to taking advantage of these elites that have been taking advantage of us for several decades. Once again, it's always amazing when you can hit underdogs. You can hit multiple underdogs. But, today was just another prime example of, the NBA / Major League Baseball and how Gematria continues to be the greatest tool and the greatest equalizer when it comes to sports betting and sports handicapping. So salute to everybody that's awake to that. Appreciate you guys for joining us. Hit that like button. Thank you for supporting the work, promoting the work, and continue to show genuine love as we always put a lot of time, hard work, and effort into the content that we produce. So thank you once again. Just fast tracking it today. So just want to quickly summarize exactly how we were able to take advantage of several things today. But once again, I want to say shout out to the Boston Celtics on today, March 28th, as they were able to persevere over the Brooklyn Nets. And, we'll get into that. But salute to everybody that was able to take advantage of a Boston Celtics plus 300 plus 250 money line price, depending on which you decide to take advantage of it. Either or, you got in between 2.5 and 3.0 return on investment. So salute to the Sharks, the veterans, and the people that were able to take advantage of those observations and clear-cut things that were detailed in the post. And for anybody that was smart enough to jump on that, as well as probably one of the locks of the day, the Boston Celtics plus the 7.5 points. So salute to you for being a shark and a veteran of the knowledge. Continue to being a Gematria enthusiast and Gematria decoder. But we'll get straight into it. So just looking at exactly what went down today, and as we see, the Brooklyn Nets fell to the Boston Celtics, 119 to 125. And the main story being spoken about right now is Jason Tatum, 50 points, carried the Celtics over the Nets, 125 to 119, in Game 3 of the first round of the NBA Eastern Conference playoffs. Now, for those of you not familiar with Gematria, it is a numerical system directly attached to the English alphabet and synced with the English language. Now, if you're not familiar, we've got several videos proving time and time over exactly how this knowledge has continued to benefit this community. But just fast tracking, Jason Tatum scores 50 points tonight to persevere the Celtics over the Nets, where we have the Nets equaling 50 in reverse ordinal. So the team that you want to score 50 points against when Nets equals 50 in the reverse ordinal cipher. Not only that, the Brooklyn Nets being housed out of New York City. New York City is being the 11th state in the order of statehood. 11 is the fifth prime number. As we always say in numerology, 0 has no value. 11 the fifth prime, so 50. If you with the 0 having no value, 50 can be looked upon as a 5, just like that. So Jason Tatum puts a career high in the playoffs, 50 points versus the team equaling 50, coming out of New York, the 11th state, the fifth prime number. So salute to Jason Tatum. Salute to everybody that was on top of this game, and multiple numbers that across that should have at least put you in the driver's seat of leaning towards the Boston Celtics plus the 7.5 points tonight. Especially being at home. Multiple 38s on the board today. Today being a 38 date numerology as outlined in the decode. So salute to everybody that definitely took advantage of the 3.0, 2.5 return on investment for tonight's Boston Celtics. And rest in peace, all of that Brooklyn Nets money of Brooklyn Nets being minus 275 as high as minus $350 would have never been a recommendation. There is definitely no value in ever recommending a minus 275, minus 350, minus $400 play. So rest in peace to all that Brooklyn Nets money today in Game 3 as they fell to the Boston Celtics. On the biggest upset day of the week, Friday, as we see, just to let you guys know, upset equaling 81, 18, 27, and 54 across the ciphers, and Friday being named after the planet Venus, where we have an exact synchronicity in the numbers of 81, 18, 27, and 54, matching the exact numerologies of upset. So once again, salute to the Boston backers, all Boston Celtic backers tonight on the money line or the spread, either or, multiple wins. So salute to you guys for being aware and taking advantage of that, and also putting yourself in the driver's seat when it comes to these sports books, these online casinos, or whatever the case may be. Fast track into the an additional lock today, started very early, gave out the earliest Major League Baseball play today that was on the board, and very low scoring game, but pretty much was the lock of the day, the closest thing to a lock, and salute to everybody that was on top of the Chicago Cubs to defeat the Cincinnati Reds and pick up their 28th win of the season. Great decode that was given out specifically for this game. Chicago Cubs were about minus 165 favorite, minus 170 favorite, depending on when you jumped on the game. Either or, doesn't matter. You parlayed it with the Celtics on the money line or the points, either or. Parlay returned a 2.5, almost 3-to-1 return on your investment. So salute to everybody that took advantage of that. But the Chicago Cubs picking up the 28th win of the season on the 28th day of the month, and where you have the name Reds equaling 28 in single reduction. So the perfect team to pick up your 28th win of the season on the 28th day of the month. Now I look forward to anybody who has questions about using Gematria when it comes to sports. Leave a question or observation or just your opinion on how we continue to show these numerical patterns and these synchronicities, and people continue to question it as being just a coincidence. It's far beyond a coincidence when you can prove these same patterns over and over and over again. What are the chances that the Chicago Cubs would pick up their 28th win of the season on the 28th day of the month, playing a team that equals 28 in single reduction? Okay? And then we also got tomorrow. These teams play tomorrow. They play tomorrow on 5/29. Okay, and tomorrow is Saturday. So the perfect day to walk into Saturday on 28 wins, where Saturday equals 28 in the purest cipher, full reduction. So just a couple of the things that were specifically pointed out in the content, and salute to all the followers, the subscribers, and the people that support the work as we take advantage of a system of this hidden knowledge that continues to produce over and over and over again. So salute to you. Appreciate the support as well as all the well wishes and positive compliments. Now the last recommendation, or well, one of the last recommendations, but salute to all the people that took advantage of the Boston Red Sox today. It was definitely pointed out on how the Boston Red Sox should have definitely won this game, and it was called, I believe it was called in the sixth inning due to weather. So they didn't even have to play the full game. But the Boston Red Sox picked up their 31st victory of the season, but it was more synced up with the Miami Marlins picking up their 27th loss of the season. So salute to everybody that took advantage of this, as it was clearly pointed out in the content provided that the Boston Red Sox was a very, very solid play on the board. The Miami Marlins picked up their 27th loss of the season, where you have Miami equaling 27, today being Friday, named after the planet Venus, which equals 27 in single reduction. And then you also have the name Marlins equaling 103, the 27th prime number. Constantly speak about numbers and their relationships, and we continue to prove over and over again how important that very knowledge is. So salute to everybody that took advantage of the multiple plays across the board today, as well as anybody that parlayed the Boston Celtics as well as the Boston Red Sox on all Boston parlay. Would have definitely been a very advantageous play on the day. Let's just quickly see what the parlay multiplier today would have paid on those three plays. You had a let's see, you had a plus 250. You had a minus 165 when it came to the Chicago Cubs, as well as the Boston Red Sox were a minus 160 as well. So let's see. Let's calculate that. Anybody who took advantage and decided to parlay those three plays, return on investment of over a 8.1 return on investment. A $100 parlay would have paid you $813.45 across the board. So salute to everybody, as well as all the sharks and the veterans. You guys know who you are. And even if you were not bold enough to take Boston on the money, on the money line, even a flat line of $100. Taking the points would have multiplied your money over 4.2 ROI, return on investment on your money. So either or, doesn't matter. Definitely should have ended up on the correct side, the positive side. And it's always a great night when you could 4x your money, as well as as high as 8x your money, and always attack it responsibly. So that's what we continue to preach over here. That's one of the reasons why we will never recommend, like tonight, the Brooklyn Nets being minus $400, minus 350. That is what we call dead money. So rest in peace to all that Brooklyn Net money, and salute to all the Boston Celtics backers tonight. On that note, I want to say thank you guys for joining us. Definitely, leave a comment, leave a like, repost the video. Appreciate all the positive feedback, and any observations, any questions, or for all the people that continue to question Gematria, we should continue to show prime examples on how this system and this code continues to put us and our community in the driver's seat when it comes to not only just sports handicapping, but battling against these professional sports leagues all across the board. So salute to all the people that are awake, the people that continue to fight against oppression, control, and the attack on the American liberties that we so blindly take advantage of. So I appreciate you guys. Another night of amazing content and amazing observations and great decode. So salute to you, and I look forward to reading the comments. Have a good night. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Kick your feet up. And, just continue to watch, man. As we love to say on this channel, Gematria at its finest. Easy as 1, 2, 3. So salute to you guys. Have a great night. And continue to support those who support you. And on that note, we out of here.